Are you tired of waiting for your scouts to come up with potential recommendations or Wonderkids? Well, wait no more. Because if you are going to wait, then sometimes along the way, they're going to give you a recommendation like this. But if you were to take a closer look at the player, you probably want to fire your scout. Today, I'm going to share with you a 3-step guide, maybe even a 2-step guide to finding those Wonderkids. It's really easy. The first thing you want to do is download a simple filter that I have made available for you. It's in the links below, and I'll explain how you're going to use it on today's show. Once you've downloaded the Wonderkids search filter, take it, copy it, go to Sports Interactive or wherever you've installed Sports Interactive. I don't know. There are plenty of ways now to store your files, right? So it could be anywhere. Go to the filters folder and put that filter into that folder. Once you go into the game, you will then have access to the folder. So all you got to do is you come in here, go to Manage Filters, and then import that filter. You'll pop up like this, and then load it. Once it's loaded, because mine is already loaded, I don't need to load it again. You'll see this pop up. Yes, it's a very, very extensive filter. It's got everything inside it. You want to identify these players before the media gives them the description Wonderkid. So how do we do this? So this is what the filter looks like. It's got ages 15 to 17. Of course, we don't want 18 years old because they're too old. You want players to have made some appearances. These appearances will be for the senior team. You also want them to have a certain average rating because you're going to have loads of players. So you just want to whittle it down to players who've made appearances and players who've got good average ratings. Now, typically, this will be enough. The rest of these numbers, well, these are for more of you advanced players out there who know how to do moneyball strategies. Like, you may want to have a defender that's great at interceptions or a defender who's very good at clearances. So you know the kind of numbers you're looking for. Now, if you want to find out more about Moneyball strategies, you can always pop into one of my streams on BTN Live where I'm doing it with Palemo. I explain it in detail whenever somebody comes in. If I'm searching for a specific player, I'll explain to them how I use yardsticks to set up targets, players I want to identify. And we've been very successful at finding players that can just walk into our first team if needed. So you've installed the filter, but some of you might encounter a situation, a rare one, where the players that pop up are older than 17 years old. Sometimes you could see Erling Haaland in there as well. What you're going to need to do is just choose appearances and click on average rating, and then you get the filtered 15 to 17 years old. It might be a bug, I don't know, but it doesn't seem to repeat itself whenever I play the game, so it's pretty strange. The second thing you want to do is, well, you've got a lot of leagues loaded, right? Now, it depends on your own personal preferences as well. You might not be interested in the Hungarian division or the Irish Premier Division or the Welsh Premiership or the Serbian Super League. So go in there and make your own determination of the leagues that you want to track. I've tracked most of these as an example. I left them all for you, so you need to go in and make that decision yourself. Typically, I just focus on 4 or 5 leagues. Now, once you've got these loaded up, and you've done your appearances and you've done your average rating. So the next thing you want to do is really simple, right? This is where things get a bit funky and fast. Here I'm looking at appearances of 5, average rating, I'm going to push it up to 7. Now this means that these boys that play at least 5 games have had a high average rating, okay, for the senior team. Now these kind of numbers are quite insane for some of these players. All you got to do is send a scout to check them out, right? The scouts will come back with some information on the players. I've got some of these players already in here. I got Luca Eduardo. He's not that bad. He's a goalkeeper, 17 years old with these kind of attributes. That's a bit, for 17 years old, he's not bad. And then we've got players that have already signed following the same strategy over at Palemo. We signed this guy, Alessio Hauweda. Now, it was quite crazy. The first time my scouts came in, they said he's a C, would be a superb signing. I'm a bit confused at my scouts' assessment of this player because he can actually walk into my first team anytime at the age of 16. So to reiterate, it's really simple. All you got to do, use the filter, appearances, average ratings, find players who've got high average ratings and have made some appearances. Like, this player is definitely a target. Maybe not 4 appearances, but here we've got a player who's made 17 appearances in the Chinese Super League, which is senior team football. He's already got a reputation as well. He might be a great target for us, sending our scouts to. So I'm going to send all my scouts all the way to China for a holiday. And as you go down the list, you'll find that these players are potentially good signings. I found so many players on my Palemo live stream. I couldn't sign all of them because, a lot of them happen to be in South America. It was just insane. So I'm hoping that you find this methodology really easy, very simple. It's actually the fastest way to find Wonderkids right now in the game. And I'm sure you're going to be reaching a point where you have too many in your squad and you don't know what to do with them. Well, I hope you found this video useful. It's a really quick tip. If you have any questions, you can always look me up when I'm live streaming over on BTN Live, or maybe even on Twitch when I'm playing draft mode unsuccessfully with my friends. And please take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Bye-bye.